Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my experience knitting the popular Lalo cardigan. We'll cover all the key features of this pattern, from the construction techniques to those tricky decreases. I'll also give you my tips on choosing the perfect yarn and needles, everything you need to know to successfully knit your own beautiful Lalo. Let's get started. Hi everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving deep into the wonderful world of knitting, specifically tackling the ever-popular Lalo cardigan. We'll be covering everything you need to know to create your own stunning version at home. First, let's talk about the features of this iconic design. The Lalo cardigan is known for its relaxed fit, perfect for layering. It typically features a simple, yet elegant, stitch pattern that's surprisingly forgiving for knitters of all levels. The dropped shoulders provide a comfortable and stylish silhouette, while the often included pockets add a practical touch. The length is usually hip length, making it versatile enough for various occasions. But the real beauty of the Lalo cardigan lies in its adaptability. You can easily adjust the length, add different stitch patterns, or even incorporate colorwork to personalize it to your own unique style. Think about the possibilities: a chunky, cozy winter version, or a lightweight summer cardigan in a delicate yarn. The design's simplicity allows for endless creativity. Now, let's move on to the materials and tools you'll need. Yarn selection is crucial for achieving the desired look and feel of your Lalo cardigan. For a warm and cozy cardigan, consider a bulky weight yarn like merino wool or alpaca. These fibers are soft, warm, and have excellent drape. If you're aiming for a lighter, spring or summer version, a DK or worsted weight yarn in cotton, linen, or a blend would be ideal. Remember to check the yarn label for yardage requirements. You'll need enough to complete your project, and it's always better to have a little extra on hand. Next, you'll need needles appropriate for your chosen yarn weight. The needle size will be indicated on the yarn label, but you might want to knit a gauge swatch to ensure your finished project matches the pattern's dimensions. Besides yarn and needles, you'll also need stitch markers, scissors, a tapestry needle for weaving in the ends, and a measuring tape for accurate gauge checking. Finally, let's get into the pattern making techniques. While many Lalo cardigan patterns are readily available online, understanding the basic construction is key. The body of the cardigan is typically worked from the top down, often starting with a raglan increase to shape the shoulders. This method allows for a seamless construction and a great fit. Many patterns use simple stockinette stitch for the main body, but you can easily substitute other stitch patterns to add texture and visual interest. The sleeves are usually worked in the round, and the finishing touches include binding off the edges neatly and weaving in all the loose ends. Remember to pay close attention to the pattern instructions, and don't hesitate to take your time. Knitting is a relaxing process, and rushing can lead to mistakes. If you encounter any difficulties, there are plenty of online resources and communities dedicated to knitting where you can seek help and advice. And don't forget to take breaks and enjoy the process of creating something beautiful with your own two hands. Hi everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving deep into the wonderful world of knitting, specifically tackling the ever-popular Lalo cardigan. We'll be covering the stages of knitting a classic Lalo model, sharing some useful tips along the way, and of course, showing you plenty of video and photos to guide you. Let's start with the first step, casting on. For a Lalo cardigan, you'll need to carefully calculate your stitches based on your chosen yarn and needle size. I recommend making a gauge swatch first. This is crucial. Don't skip this step, even if you're an experienced knitter. A gauge swatch ensures your finished cardigan will be the correct size. We'll be using a 3mm needle for this project, but you might need to adjust depending on your yarn. We'll be discussing yarn choices in more detail shortly. Once you've got your gauge, cast on the required number of stitches. It's usually around 150 stitches for a medium size, but again, check your pattern. Next, we'll move on to the body of the cardigan. This is where the magic happens. We'll be working in stockinette stitch, which is a simple knit 1, purl 1 pattern. It's a great stitch for beginners, and it creates a beautiful drape for the Lalo cardigan. Pay close attention to your tension as you knit, ensuring even stitches throughout. Inconsistent tension can lead to an uneven finished product. We'll be showing you some close-up shots in the video to help you maintain consistent tension. Remember, patience is key. Take your time, and don't be afraid to unravel a few rows if you make a mistake. It's all part of the learning process. Now, let's talk about the sleeves. The sleeves of the Lalo cardigan are typically knitted in the round, which means you'll be working in a continuous spiral. This creates a seamless finish. We'll be using the magic loop technique, which is a great way to knit small circumferences on long circular needles. Again, gauge is important here, so make sure your sleeve stitches match your body stitches. We'll show you how to decrease stitches gradually to shape the sleeve cap, creating a beautiful, fitted look. This is a slightly more advanced technique, so pay close attention to the video demonstration. After completing the sleeves, we'll move on to assembling the cardigan. This involves seaming the shoulders, attaching the sleeves, and picking up stitches around the armholes and neckline. We'll be using a mattress stitch for a neat and invisible seam. This is a technique that takes a little practice, but it's worth mastering for a professional-looking finish. We'll show you step by step how to do this, and you'll be amazed at how easy it is once you get the hang of it. Now, let's discuss yarn and needles. Choosing the right yarn is essential for a successful Lalo cardigan. We recommend a medium-weight yarn, something with a nice drape and softness. Merino wool is a fantastic choice, but you can also experiment with other fibers like alpaca or cashmere blends. The yarn should be easy to work with and have a consistent thickness. Avoid yarns that are too fuzzy or have a lot of texture, as this can make the knitting process more difficult. We'll be using a specific yarn in this tutorial, and we'll provide links to where you can purchase it. Regarding needles, we'll be using 3mm needles, but again, you may need to adjust based on your yarn and gauge. Always check your yarn label for recommended needle sizes. Finally, let's talk about some useful tips. Always keep your yarn tension consistent. Use stitch markers to help you keep track of your rows and patterns. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you get stuck. There are many online resources and knitting communities where you can find support. And most importantly, have fun. Knitting should be an enjoyable experience. Remember to take breaks, and don't get discouraged if you make mistakes. It's all part of the process. We'll be showing you how to fix common knitting mistakes in the video, so don't worry if you stumble along the way. We're all here to learn and grow together.